Fear the Reaper devs Pleasant Friendly Games just announced a whole new map with a few new twists that will take you in a different direction from the first map that we seen, which takes place in a neighborhood. Not only is the map different, but the start of each match on the Lucent Trail Camp map will give you two options that could set the pace for the match and either give the Reaper an advantage or disadvantage. Let's get into it. This map we start a little bit differently. The devs decided to make it a little more interesting and start the residents out together at a random bonfire. And from there, the residents have the choice to stay together or split up. Since the word random is used in the description from the devs, I am assuming there will be a few places this bonfire can spawn with residents. The good thing is the Reaper will not know which location the residents will start at. If you are familiar with ASIM games and how the gameplay flows, most players will break off and do their own thing, even if the final girl is the most important character. So, having the residents start together is not that big of a disadvantage for the Reaper due to how very few players stick together anyway. The second important thing to know about this new map is that the devs made the map more spacious, meaning you can be out in the open a lot more, giving the Reaper a greater chance of spotting you. If you try to rush on this new map, then there is a great chance that you'll be putting yourself at a risk of being tracked by the Reaper. You are probably thinking, what are some key points to know to survive on this new spacious map? Well, for one, remember if you are crouching and the Reaper is in stealth mode, then the Reaper will not be able to spot you, meaning you can cross the map undetected even if you are out in the open. The other thing the developer did to help residents on this map is making the vegetation more dense, giving residents more cover from the Reaper. On the original map, a resident could use bushes and houses to break line of sight from the Reaper. Since this map is more spacious, the bushes will be more important to remain undetected. If you happen to be playing the Reaper on this map, then you are hoping residents are selfish and impatient, because if they are, you can track them down a little more easily. Also, the devs warned the resident not to stray away from the path. You can see that the map is dark and foggy with minimum lighting. Very easy to get turned around. I am sure straying away from the path will put you in more danger and make finding you a little less of a challenge for the Reaper. I also know it's a challenge to remember when watching the video, but can you hit one of those engagement buttons? I appreciate the support. In my opinion, the original map is more balanced and doesn't favor one side over the other. But the Lucent Trail Camp map that's been announced can be more in favor of the residents, and here's why. If you happen to get into a lobby where the residents work together, there's a high chance they can survive or even kill the Reaper if they discover how. Starting together is a big advantage for the residents, but I know the dev is high on killer mains, so I wouldn't be surprised if some things about this map will favor the Reaper. The dev is working on a walkie-talkie for the Reaper as well, which allowed the Reaper to listen in on the residents' plans, and for such a map like the Lucent Trail Camp, having a walkie-talkie as a Reaper could be a big benefit. I like the direction dev is going by implementing a new map early in the game development before an actual release. Right now, the game is in beta phase, and it seems to be coming along very well. Remember to subscribe to keep up with Fear the Reaper news, and welcome to Mr. Unleashed World.